Okay. Hello everybody, if you're watching here from the YouTube channel, everybody on Twitch, I'm sure you guys want to say hello to YouTube, so feel free to say hello in the chat here to YouTube. As you can see, we're going to be discussing today about the third developer notes. This is the third and final developer's notes for this upcoming Labyrinth, Guild Wars Labyrinth, or as they've released the name now, Tartarus Labyrinth. So we're very curious and very excited for it. I am actually personally very excited for it, and I do have a little surprise to kind of, or a little fun thing to kind of mention after we go through this developer notes, so stay tuned for that. But we're gonna go ahead and get right to it here. I believe this developer notes is a little bit more revolved around the rewards of Guild Labyrinth, so this is what everybody wants to know, right? It's just like any event that Come To Us ever has. It's just like, you know, what is the reward? Is there a devil wine? Is there an LD scroll? You know, that's how people determine if it's a good event or not. So in this sense, we're gonna see if this content is something that a lot of people are going to be working towards and really try to, you know, farm up to get the rewards. All right, new guild content, Tartarus Labyrinth 3. Are you ready to check out the third part of the upcoming update developer's note? Okay, this developer notes got longer because we had a lot to talk about the major update. It's a meaningful time for our team to introduce the update via several developer notes, and we thank all the summoners who shared feedbacks and comments through many channels. Okay, let's see here. Tartarus Labyrinth reward. First of all, we would like to talk about the battle rewards you can get 3 times a day. You can get this 3 times a day. Good to know. Battle victory reward. Guild points. Okay, so right off the bat, I guess some people were brainstorming and saying, hey, potentially there will be a new point system, right? It's just going to be guild points. Yeah, nothing special, no labyrinth guild point system. It's still just guild points, right? Mana stones. And number 3, reward boxes. 1 type out of rune, gem, and grindstone types. Okay. So as you can see the picture already, I'm sure you guys, your eyes have kind of glanced down here already. There's going to be 3 types of boxes that you can obtain, right? Rune box, grindstone box, and a gem box. Pretty self-explanatory what's going to be inside, right? The rune box will contain a random rune. A grindstone box will contain a random... No, I'm just kidding. I'm just trolling you guys. You guys, come on. You guys obviously know what's inside, right? And as we all know, we want that legendary rune. We want that legendary grind, and we want that legendary gem. Yeah. You can get the reward listed above when you win a battle in the labyrinth. Okay. The higher the difficulty of cleared stages you clear, the more guild points, mana, and better quality reward boxes you get. Okay. The grade of runes, enchanted gems, and grindstones you can obtain from the reward box are as follow. For speed limit stages. Okay, so this is what I've been hearing about lately. There's gonna be different types of stages or different types of, you know, scenarios or labyrinths that you have to go through and defeat. So in specific, the speed limit stages, which I'm gonna assume is you have a certain amount of time frame to defeat that stage, where you have to clear as many waves as possible during a limited time. The number of waves cleared will matter regardless. The number of cleared waves will matter regardless of the stage difficulty. Okay. That's good to know. So in the end, as if you can clear X amount of stages, you'll get, you know, a certain rarity and reward box. All right, let's see here. Rune box has normal stages, special stages. So for normal stages, if you do it on hell, you can get a 5-star or 6-star hero through legend rune. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Like, so for the majority of endgame players or, you know, mid-game players pushing for this, if you're able to defeat it on hell mode, that's pretty good. You get a 5-star hero or 5-star hero or plus, you know. And usually when I'm keeping runes, I only keep 5-star hero with speed or 6-star hero or 6-star legend or even 5-star legend. So that's pretty good. It takes away the rare runes, which is pretty nice. Okay. For the special stages time limit, as obviously it says right there, waves 16 through 20. You want to clear that so you can get the maximum box. Boss stages for Guardians of Labyrinth, hell mode, same thing. Boss stage Tartarus, hell mode, same thing if you can complete it. So ideally you want to complete it at the highest stage possible, right? As you can see though, you can see how the normal stages, if you defeat something on hard, you can get a 5-star, 6-star rare through legend. But if you look at the more difficult boss stages, like let's say this boss stage Tartarus, if you defeat on hard mode, you actually get the same, you know, you have the chance to get a 5-star hero through legend. Just like the hell mode does, but I'm sure hell mode has maybe a slightly higher % chance of getting legends, right? So it's interesting. The rarity of what you can get at stage of the rarity of boxes depends on stages, and the type of stage will depend on the, you know, standards that are needed to obtain a certain box. Yeah, that's pretty good that they kind of spaced all that out. Grindstone and gem box reward, rare through legend. Okay, so as long as you're doing hard or hell, you're getting at least a rare grind, right? Obviously, hell's gonna give you a higher chance to get things. And again, something to note is for the boss stage Tartarus, if you do it on hell mode, you guarantee a hero quality gem or enchant. That's pretty good. Yeah, you don't, because, you know, rare enchants are okay, especially if they're maybe like violent or something like that, but you ideally just want hero or higher legend enchants, especially if you're mid or end game players. Okay, that's interesting. So as you clear the stages, you'll get guild points, mana stones, and potentially, or I don't know if this is guaranteed now. If every single stage you clear, you get guild points, mana stones, and a reward box, or do you get, you know, you could get guild points and mana stones and maybe only sometimes get a reward box. Yeah, it would be nice if we get all three all the time. That's what I'm gonna go ahead and assume here, that we're always gonna get guild points, we're always gonna get mana stones, and we're always gonna get a reward box, right? Which is gonna be nice. And unless they give us more information, it looks like the reward box is gonna be random. You can get a grindstone box, you can get a gem box, you can get a rune box. Yeah, but let's move more down. Typically, some of these questions are answered as we move down here. We prepared a special way of collecting the battle victory rewards. As a reward box is shown on the battle clear screen, 3 random set options will be shown, and you can choose one of them for your choice to acquire. Oh, after reward box. Okay, so you know what that basically means to me? After reward box is shown on the battle clear screen, the 3 random set options will be shown. So that means you will get a reward box when you clear a stage, and when you get the box, when you open it, you can choose from 3 random stats that come out. Oh, I mean, not stats, but 3 random rune sets is what I'm assuming. So you open up your rune box, and you could potentially have Violent, Blade, and Energy, and you choose which one you want. I think that's pretty good. So instead of randomly giving you a specific type of rune, gem, or grindstone, which is, you know, from a larger pool to choose from, they pull out 3 random ones, and then you can choose the one that you want the most. Yo, that's actually pretty good. That's very nice. That's definitely appreciated. You know, it's definitely gonna give us a higher chance of really getting the rune sets that we want, and, you know, obviously trying to get more violent grinds, runes, and enchants. Okay, now we talk about the final rewards you will earn when the labyrinth is cleared. As you may remember, we mentioned that you have 14 days to clear one labyrinth, and the faster you clear the labyrinth, the better reward you can get. When the boss Tartarus is cleared, all the guild members who participated in the labyrinth exploration will receive a clear reward box, and its grades will be determined based on the time consumed to clear Tartarus. Rewards of each grade based on the clear time. S, A, B, C. Okay? Your earned points whenever you win a battle in the labyrinth, and the points you earn will be accumulated. The more points you accumulate, the greater number of reward boxes you will earn. In other words, all the guild members will receive the same grade of reward boxes, but the more you contribute, the more reward boxes you can open. Oh, one guild member can obtain up to 3 reward boxes depending on how much he or she contributes. So it's basically kind of self-explanatory, but kind of simplified a little bit here, I guess. Faster you clear it, the better the box. So I'm not sure if they give you 14 days to do it. Obviously, if you take 14 days, you probably get the C box, right? I don't know what the threshold will be from S to A to B, and B to C, but as the days go on and your guild is unable to clear the labyrinth, your reward quality is going to get lower and lower for your entire guild. So it's kind of like a way to kind of motivate you and your guildies to continually do these battles every day, work together, get everybody to use all 3 of their, you know, battles every single day to clear the labyrinth as quick as possible. Yeah, another incentive is the more you contribute, the more you can open up to 3 boxes. I'm assuming it's kind of similar to right now Guild Siege, where every single time you finish a siege, you can open 1 box. Right now, the more the contribution, the more boxes you can open up to 3, which is kind of nice. Yeah, and these seem to be the reward you can get for the boxes. Now I'll walk you through what kind of rewards you'll get from the obtained reward boxes. Okay, let's be real. Okay, this stuff at the top right here, you see, you know, these things, you know, has like 10%, maybe a 1% chance of obtaining, but okay. All right, so these are all the different rewards that you can get in the box. We don't know the drop rates, right? Maybe it's going to be a good drop rate. Hopefully. I want a lot of Devilmons. I would love a legendary scroll. But I definitely wouldn't mind, whatchamacall, grinds and enchants as well. But I don't know what these are. And, okay, here we go. Have you noticed that there are some items that you haven't seen before?
Pick up your coconut
Yes.
bikini
Well, yes, I did.
juice.
New items. Immemorial Grindstones and Immemorial Gems will be added to the game and available as a reward for the Tartarus Labyrinth. Ooh. Immemorial Grindstone. Amplifies a rune sub-property regardless of the rune set. Oh. It's basically a wild card. Nani? It's basically a wild card. You get that grind for, let's say, speed. You can use it on any rune you want. Yeah, obviously, you want to use it on Violent, Despair, you know, runes that are, you know, have a lot of viability. That's actually pretty nice. Basically, it's a Violent grinder enchant. You're right. You're right, chat. Yeah, you're right, Jinxmon. Because you're going to want to use it on, you know, Violent. I think that's going to be the best one to put it on. Yeah, same for Immemorial Gem. So I'm wondering on those drop rates because I wouldn't mind those. Honestly, I would fill up my inventory with those. Okay. The Immemorial Grindstones and Immemorial Gems are new enchanted items. They will work in the same way as previous Grindstones and enchants, but they can be used on any rune set, okay? Additionally, the basic rules of enchantment will be applied as the same. For instance, you cannot use Immemorial Gem that grants 80% to a rune that has a main property of 80%. Okay, so just laying down the basics that it's just going to be like a regular Grindstone in Gem. You can use it on any rune though. Okay. Q&A session. We like to ask some of the questions that summoners have had regarding the Tartarus Labyrinth content. Please check below. Can I use the monsters that were used in a battle that I won again? You will not be able to use monsters used in the battle you won on the same day, but you'll be able to use them again on the next day. Okay, so you got 3 battles a day. I don't know how many units you bring in. I think I saw the video of the Korea stream. It's like 5 units, so 15 units a day, basically what it is, and you can't repeat those units. Okay, just for you to know, but you can reuse it the next day. How much energy will be consumed to enter a battle? 10 will be consumed to enter a battle regardless of the stage difficulty. Right? Whether you're doing normal or hell, it's all 10. Can I attack Tartarus even when the Guardians of Labyrinth and mid-boss haven't been found or cleared? Yes. Oh, you can battle against Tartarus, but please keep in mind that Tartarus will be stronger. Okay, we noted this from the last developer notes. If you guys missed it, we do have that video on YouTube as well. We discussed clearing the other bosses, the other 3 bosses, will make the final boss easier. But, you know, if your guild's kind of OP and you can handle it, you can go ahead and defeat the final boss as soon as you find it, right? Which in turn clears the labyrinth quicker for your guild. Are the bosses affected by attribute correlations? Yes, the bosses are affected by attribute correlations, right? Elemental advantage and weaknesses. What kind of leader skills will be used in labyrinth? Leader skills that have no content limit and the guild battle leaders can be used. Okay, guild leader skills. So anything that says 33% HP in guild wars can be used in this guild labyrinth. Makes sense, right? And of course, global leaders will work. For bosses, instant defeat attack will the endure effect work. The endure effect won't work on the attack of bosses with instant defeat effect. Okay, there was one of the bosses that we read had a skill that instantly defeats your units under some certain situation. So, okay. Very interesting to note that. Yeah, so you just basically... endure won't work, but we don't know. Maybe invincibility will keep you alive, right? But you just want to kind of avoid that skill if possible, it seems like. When can we start to explore the labyrinth after the update is released? After the update, the first labyrinth exploration will begin when the guildmaster or vice leader enters the labyrinth and taps the button to start the exploration. Afterwards, a feature that enables guilds to automatically begin explorations will be available. We'd very much appreciate it if guildmasters and vice leaders manually enter the labyrinth and start off their guild's first labyrinth exploration. So as soon as it goes live, your guild master and your vice leader is in charge of making it start. So you could basically start it as soon as possible. As soon as possible. So make sure your guildies, your guild leader and your vice leaders know about this. So when we hear of the actual release date of when it goes live, everybody can stand by and, you know, start. That's something to know. And depending on the time that it starts, keep in mind that, you know, the day might reset, and you might want your guildies to be able to use their 3 attacks before the day resets, so you can optimally, right, clear the labyrinth as quick as possible. Can I get some Island Smarts in chat? Guild leader, right? You'll handle it, right, device? You better stand by for this, man. I'm sure all of us are excited for it. What can I do if I still have battle counts left after the guild labyrinths are already cleared? Summoners who still have battle counts left can enter the stages that are open that have been cleared until the midnight of that day. The labyrinth is closed and receive stage battle rewards. Okay, so even though we clear a labyrinth, you can still go back and do those stages even if we want. It looks like it's going to stay open until the next day, right after a labyrinth is cleared. That's nice. Oh, but you cannot open new stages, right? After you clear the labyrinth. What will happen if guild doesn't clear labyrinth within the time limit? The labyrinth will be closed after 14 days. Okay, pretty standard. When can we open a new labyrinth after we clear or failed to clear a labyrinth? Your guild can explore a new labyrinth after 6 hours since midnight of the day that the labyrinth was closed. Okay, so there's a little bit of a cooldown on it. I'm curious to see how fast some of the top guilds can clear these labyrinths. Yeah, what some of the most effective ways are to do it. When can I enter a labyrinth after joining a guild? You can enter a labyrinth the 12 a.m. of the day you join the guild. Okay, so as long as it's a new day, you can enter the labyrinth on whatever guild you join. Ending the developer's notes. We hope today's developer's notes was helpful for you to better understand the labyrinth content. Yeah, I'm super excited about this content. Please remember the developer notes. Yeah, they're gonna say blah blah blah. It's still in developing stages. There could be some things that they change, but for the most part, most of this is gonna be pretty for sure getting released. In addition, there will be various update features and improvements along with the labyrinth content. Many of them are focused on guild activities, so we encourage summoners to actively participate in guild activities. Okay, so that leads me to kind of giving you guys a little baby announcement here. I will be stay tuned. Not only will this video be on YouTube, but I will be setting up a meeting. And hopefully it goes through with Gary from Comp to us this week, and he did let me know that there are some interesting things. Not only this. All right, there are some other interesting things for guild release that are coming out soon, and he wanted to kind of discuss it with me, and I told him, why don't we make a video, and we discuss it. I ask him some questions about it. We make a video on it, and we release it on the same day that whatever that update is for that guild thing comes out. There's supposed to be some other things for guilds, yeah, that we don't know about. Some extra updates that are not mentioned here that I will, talk to him about it and make a video and hopefully release right when it comes out. So stay tuned on the YouTube channel for that. But I think that's gonna be it for the developer notes 3 here. I'm actually very excited for this content. Not only to do it with my guild, but to get some of these rewards. See, if we can get some of these grindstones. My account is heavily lacking in grinds and enchants. So I think this is a really good piece of content for guild collaboration and for the rewards, in particular my account and even your account. So everybody from Twitch, I guess it's time. Go ahead and say goodbye to YouTube here. But if you're on the YouTube channel, make sure you are subscribed. Hit that like button and leave a comment below on some of your thoughts on this Developer Notes 3 and some of the rewards that are coming out. And again, we're going to be selecting a random person from the comments that, of course, is subscribed and has liked the video to receive a $10 iTunes and Google Play. All right, but until next time, everybody on the YouTube channel, we will see you later. Hello, everybody.